All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for more One Punch Man. And here I was thinking that I wasn't going to have anything to do on this Christmas Eve, but turns out, new chapter out today. And sorry if my voice sounds a little bit under the weather. I am currently a little bit under the weather. Got myself some orange juice next to me. And looking forward to being right as rain tomorrow, so that way I can give you guys a new Wuthering Waves update. But let's go ahead and get started with today's newest chapter, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to more One Punch Man. And last we left out on, we had like Forte and the members of the apartment building that Saitama is also a part of. They found themselves wondering if they should transfer over to Neo Heroes. And this is after the fact that Saitama was being pursued by Blue, who was interrupted by Genos, and even Genos doesn't understand fully what Saitama's doing, especially with the Mind Mask. So after all that is said and done, it looks like some people start to walk up and are looking to recruit Saitama, but we don't know what side of... We don't know who exactly they are, considering the last altercation. Well, I wouldn't say altercation, but the chase with Blue going after Saitama. Some of us may have thought that maybe this is them trying to get their hands on Saitama in order for him to explain where a My Mask is. But like Geno said, no one can bind Saitama. So their thought process of, well, if we get him to join our side, perhaps he'll tell us where a My Mask is. But it's like, you can't make Saitama do anything because he literally is that guy. So let's see what happens when we get this group of people that approach Saitama at the Heroes Association with Punch 219, a new force. And these individuals just walk through some smoke going, We're the Society of Hero Name Victims. We got hero names that are just plain mean, so we've risen up to claim damages and demand new names from the Hero Association. Well, so much for thinking that they were in any way or shape or form affiliated with Neo Heroes. These are heroes with bad names. Class C, rank 198, drunkard, who looks like a drunkard. Class C, rank 83, wig warrior, who's an individual who looks like he's wearing a giant wig. Class C, rank 385, red nose, and it's a man with a red-looking nose. Class C, rank 160, Dr. Secret Perv. So that one I can understand why you would want to change it. Class B, rank 100, Super Lecher. Okay, I understand that one too. I understand that one too. Class A, rank 39, Ball Cape. Your name is by far the worst in Class A. So we want you to be an executive in our society. Fight alongside us! And then Saitama is just looking at him, kind of bewildered, going, What the? Thanks I get for petting denim. I gotta brush that dude. You're the guys everyone's talking about. And I think Forte is in the background going, no, this is not the same people that everyone's... Because Saitama appears to be thinking that they're a part of Neo Heroes, but it's not the same deal here. You're the guys everyone's talking about. No. And then Spermatozoon's looking in the background.
Yesterday, Saitama helped the Mind Mask escape after he monsterized. That means he's vulnerable now. He's strong but not strict. So a cunning monster could get away from him. But are these losers the only heroes left in the Hero Association? The countdown to destruction is running out. Seems like Neo Heroes took all the promising heroes.
And it cuts to someone who is walking up to the Heroes Association. I wonder if it's that one dude's granddaughter that we saw and she was just chopping all that wood. I wonder if that's her.
Wow, this is the Hero Association headquarters. What a spectacular place to fight for. I'm starting to get excited.
And it shows, yes, it is her, because it has the 3 agents who went up to the mountains to go get the grandfather, but they brought her back instead. Yep, it's her.
Actually, we're struggling. Doesn't she know that?
Well, don't tell her. Welcome, Suiko. We'll assess your starting rank at the training area. I researched the Dark Corporeal Fist and learned your elder brother won a martial arts contest. What's your brother doing now?
Oh, snap! How did I not put 2 and 2 together that this is the same Suiko? Who... Okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I completely forgot that this is Suryu's sister. I completely forgot that this was Suryu's sister. I was just reading about her in the second to last chapter. It didn't click in here that this is Suryu's sister, because he's over with Neo Heroes right now. But when asked about,
what's your brother doing now?
And she remembers when Suryu basically left a note for her saying, like, Dear Suiko, pay my hospital fees. Suryu. And that's when she showed up, because that's in the same chapter when he left the hospital and beat down those giant anteater monsters. And she showed up, and he was all like, yeah, pay my bills. That's the last time I saw her. I didn't immediately recognize her.
My brother's an idiot. He's probably out fooling around somewhere. Oh, we'd like to contact him. Actually, I'm stronger than him.
And then the person who's talking to Suiko is, kind of laughing it off. And she starts pouting. Sign, training area number 2. And it shows her just effortlessly slicing apart a giant robot. She literally just jumps in the air, swings her arm around in this beautiful one-off panel, and she just demolishes the robot like it's nothing. Shocking every single person there, shocking the 3 people that actually brought her in.
Dark Corporeal. Fist of Spinning Turtle.
And after a shower, she goes,
So, I'm a Class A hero? Not Class S?
You're strong, but not Class S level yet.
Tch.
She's still only 18, so she'll develop with experience. Her potential will come alive in combat.
Oh well, I'll work hard to move up.
And she's just chill, even though she's rank A though.
I'll kick butt as a hero and surprise my brother who's out there loafing around.
And then apparently a monster alert goes off. And then we cut directly to her brother Suryu.
Huh? This guy's my team's target? But isn't he a monster?
You gotta pay for the battlesuit you destroyed, so shut up and carry out the mission.
It looks like he's just working a part-time job. What are the charges?
As the hero hunter, he went around harming heroes, but he escaped a prison sentence because he's underage.
Huh? Huh? I'm sorry? The target the Neo Heroes are going after is Garo? Their target is Garo!
Heroes punish evil when the courts won't. If he won't attack, then provoke him.
That's not a hero! That's not a hero! If he won't attack you, provoke him so you can be justified in your actions. That's not what a hero does. That's what an opportunistic person does. That's what Homelander would do. Y'all are not heroes! Heroes punish evil when the courts...
Heroes punish evil when the courts won't. If he won't attack, then provoke him.
And it shows Garo is working with a moving company, Beaver Moving, with his name tag reading out Garo. Also, he cut his hair. Garo cut his hair. Okay, it's a lot shorter. It's no longer in the 2 big spikes that he used to have. It's now a lot shorter. It's still spiky, but...
If he won't attack, then provoke him. Understood?
And then, all of a sudden... What am I looking at here? All of a sudden, Garo's... Wait a minute. What am I looking at? Is this Genos? I think this is Genos. Yeah, we cut to Genos, and then it just shows Saitama directly next to him, and a gigantic shockwave just emanates from the entire area. This is more than likely Saitama's doing. Oh. Wait. I think this is Saitama running at high speeds, so high that he's literally leaving shockwaves in his wake, and he just speeds up right next to Genos. Yeah. He just ran up to Genos and then skidded next to him. Okay. Did you get the necessary data? Yes. Dr. Kusuno will analyze that battle record. Master Saitama. And then it just cuts to Saitama, who's just chugging an entire... No, this is Saitama. No, he did the exact... No, I'm looking at this panel wrong. Saitama did the exact same thing he did when he was training with Genos the first time. And he punched in his direction. And that left a giant shockwave that traveled far into the horizon. But he didn't punch Genos. He just stopped right before hitting him. He did the exact same shockwave punch directly in his face. And it just shows miles into the distance, just upheaval, dirt, and everything. Did you get the necessary data? Yes. Dr. Kusuno will analyze that battle record. Master Saitama. Huh? And then he's kind of silent as Saitama just chugs his sports drink. I cannot bear to ask him what happened to my mask. Today, he looks more brooding than usual. He will probably tell me when the time comes. And it shows that Saitama's looking quite serious right now. Feel like going for soba? Yes, let us go. And Saitama's looking pensive, and he's thinking to himself, seriously, the appearance of a new organization called the Society of Hero Named Victims further disrupts the balance of powers. When the time comes, I'll tell Genos. And, okay, so, and that's how you end the chapter. That's where the chapter ends. Saitama is not even remotely concerned about anything going on with Genos. It's the Society of Hero Named Victims that's bothering him, because he thinks that's the big major organization that's disrupting the power of heroes. Not neo-heroes, but this ragtag society of hero named victims. That's what he's upset about. Okay. All right. He be overthinking some of the most mundane stuff, but I believe that's the trade-off for getting basically unlimited power. So biggest takeaways from this chapter, and I won't hold you guys long because I'm just trying to rest a little bit. So the biggest takeaway from this is Suiko arrives at the Heroes Association, gets ranked as Class A but not S. Me completely forgetting that she's related to Suryu, being his sister, and she is also incredibly capable. She's only 18 though, but her power is very noticeable. And as she gets older, so too will her potential and experience as that increases. So she has very high potential of being, a big name hero in the future. It also shows that the Neo Heroes have another target in mind. I honestly thought when Suryu says, like, this is our target, I thought they were going to be targeting Saitama. But no, their target is Garo. I can tell you several reasons of why that's not a good idea. Their target is Garo. They couldn't get a My Mask, so the next person they want to get is Garo. And in this instance, you see that the Neo Heroes is really not heroic in any way. I mean, this should be obvious given the fact that all of their top billing people and the top people they have in their corporation are either shady individuals or people that have power that could be, kind of looked over simply because they're affiliated with Neo Heroes. Like, you got entire gangs and cult followings, literal cult followings, and also people who just all overall shady people in Neo Heroes. So in this instance, the thing that stuck out to me the most was the fact that he says, if he does not attack, provoke him. What? If he's not bothering you, bother him so he can attack, so we can justify you bringing him in. And this is Studio up to the task because, he kind of flexed too hard in the battle suit and he basically bursted into pieces. But really? If he doesn't attack you, provoke him. That has got to be the shadiest thing one could do. Like I said, this is something that Homelander would do. Provoke people. But also, this is Garo. Garo, even though he's working in a moving company and he's chilling, he's got a new hairstyle, he's just chilling and he's working. Arms still veiny and bulging, but I don't think he's lost any of his step in martial arts at all. So, if the Neo Heroes think that bringing in Garo is going to be easy, because both Suryu and Garo are incredibly proficient martial artists. They are very good at it. And you would think that someone called the Hero Hunter who would hunt other heroes, even A-rank heroes, capable of going up against them and coming out relatively unscathed the majority of the time, you would think that one would be more careful. Heroes punish evil when the courts won't. So, here's the thing about Neo Heroes. They already got military backing and government backing. So they are justifying their actions by saying, even though the courts didn't punish him in this way, so we're going to punish him. So even though the whole matter with Garo has been settled already. Let me say this again. Even though the whole matter with Garo has been settled already, the Neo Heroes want to go further and here's the thing. There's literally no reason for them to go after Garo except trying to make their name more prominent by bringing in someone who is known as the Hero Hunter. That's the only reason why they're doing this. They're doing this because they want to give more notoriety to their name. Garo hasn't done anything to anybody. Ever since the events of, Cosmic Fear Mode Garo and being beaten by Saitama and then being reprimanded by Silverbang, after all that, the dude has been mostly chill. Just been working his job and just been chilling. He ain't done nothing to nobody. Yet they want to go out of their way to hunt him down for no other reason other than to get a better name for themselves. So, I cannot wait for the Neo Heroes downfall. I really can't. Sure, a whole bunch of S-rank heroes from the Hero Association went over to the Neo Heroes, but I cannot wait for the Neo Heroes themselves to have this big old massive downfall, because this is not heroic. You don't see people like Batman hunting down Two-Face and Joker when they're not doing crime. Like if Joker and or Penguin, you don't see Superman going out to find Lex and then punish him and bring him to justice and he hasn't done anything. No, there's still laws that you need to obey here. But with the Neo Heroes, they are literally ends justify the means. Provoke him. And if he won't attack, then provoke him. Understood? I can't believe they want to go after Garo. And Garo's been just working this whole time, just minding his own business. The only reason why he hasn't gone on a rampage is because he was beaten, and Silverbang put that thought in his head, like, yeah, you're gonna be a commendable member of society. And so he's just been working, just minding his own business this whole time. And now they want to provoke someone who hasn't had an instance of him being provoked into a fight. You want to bother someone who's okay with his life right now. And try to John Wick him. You want to bring him back into this life again. When he was a problem when he was active. And the only person to actually beat him was Bang and Saitama. And you want to bring him back into the fighting mold again? Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. Now, a fight between Garo and Suryu would be quite interesting, but I don't think Suryu is going to be the type to... honestly, Suryu is in a position... Yo, Halster, I'm just talking about the chapter. And then I'm going to call it a session. I honestly don't think Suryu is the type that is just going to provoke someone just so he can attack him, because Suryu is honorable. Yeah, Suryu is honorable, so I don't think him just looking at Garo and going like, yeah, let me just provoke him so we can fight each other. I don't think it's going to be that smooth of a transition. Yeah, he's back. Yes, Garo is back! And the Neo Heroes wants Suryu to hunt him down. And I said this before you got here. There is literally no reason for them to hunt down Garo. They're only doing this to make a bigger name for themselves. To make themselves look better in the limelight. Probably say like, oh, the Heroes Association couldn't bring down Garo, but the Heroes Association couldn't bring down Garo, but the Neo Heroes was able to bring him down. So feel free to join Neo Heroes. We'll protect you. The Heroes Association, just let them be out on the streets. I can see it right now. They really want to paint the narrative that if the Heroes Association couldn't fully bring down Garo, let us be the ones to bring him down and make ourselves look better than the Heroes Association as a whole. Not only that, but Saitama's still training with Genos and getting him, just stopping short of hitting him in the face with another one of his, great punches. Because, apparently Dr. Kusano is analyzing the data of Saitama as all of this goes on. And Genos thinks that Saitama's looking serious because of something on his mind, and all Saitama can think of is like the society of hero name victims further disrupts the balance of powers. When the time comes, I'll tell Genos. When in the grand scheme of things, such a society is literally beneath Genos' notice. And I want to say it's beneath anyone's notice because it's literally just a gang of people who don't like the hero names that they've been given. That's it. It's just a bunch of people who don't like the hero names that they've been given. But that's where we are with the newest chapter of One Punch Man. Love to see Garo just living life. That's what I'm saying. He's just living life. And the Neo Heroes wants to try and provoke and attack him without cause. He is literally working at his job. Beaver moving. He's literally just working at his job. Minding his own business. He ain't out there hunting heroes no more. He ain't doing nothing nefarious. He has an actual job. And the Neo Heroes are stupid in thinking that provoking Garo is going to work in their favor. They must have forgotten just how much it took for Garo to be brought down at all. If they did their homework, they would know that the only ones capable of fighting evenly with Garo was Saitama and Bang, and that was it. No one else. Everyone else got messed up. Monsters and humans. Heroes and villains. Everyone who stepped to Garo got bodied. Except for the main character and Silverbang. That's it. And you want to disrupt this. You want to disrupt a man's peace? There is nothing more provoking than disrupting the peace of a man who's enjoying his peace. Now, mind you, he's not smiling, but he's just going about his daily day life. He's just working. If you think disrupting this peace just to try and make your banger blast. Did Blast fight Garo? I want to think he had a hand in Bang or Blast. Okay, yeah, you said Bang. Just check it. Yeah, yeah. Just Bang and Saitama. They were the only ones. And you think it's going to be a good idea to provoke a man who's, living a peaceful life, just working? Misheard you, my bad. Oh, you're fine, Halser. You're fine. Don't even worry about it. If the Neo Heroes thinks that provoking someone called the Hero Hunter, who was literally bodying every single person he came across during his time as a Hero Hunter, and you think sending Suryu after him is gonna result in Suryu just soundly beating him, and it's not gonna backfire on you, you're dumber than you look. Gamer Kid, good to see you. Also enjoyed the Suiko stuff in this chapter. I did too. And Halster, I forgot that she was Suryu's sister. I forgot. So when we had the chapter when she was chopping wood in the forest and all of those agents were scouting for her, looking for her grandfather, it completely slipped my mind that she was related to Suryu back then. And I just said like, oh, we just got this one girl. And it didn't dawn on me like, oh, snap, that's Suiko. That's Suryu's sister. It didn't dawn on me until she said that, I don't know where my brother's at, he's probably loafing around. She doesn't know that he's joined the opposite hero team. She's at the Heroes Association. Suryu is at Neo Heroes. So that conversation is going to be fun if they ever see each other. But I completely slipped my mind that Suiko was Suryu's sister this entire time. I just looked over that. Sorry. Same, I completely forgot too. Yeah, I was just looking at her, I was all like, who's she? Huh, interesting. Oh, they came to scout for her grandfather? Huh, that's a shame. But it wasn't until this chapter it was all like, yeah, my stupid brother, when he left the note that says, hey, Suryu, pay my hospital fees, when he left the hospital, when Suryu left the hospital, it didn't even dawn on me then. So we have Suryu in one side, Suiko in the other. And mind you, her dark corporeal fist of the spinning turtle, in the training room, she just basically demolished the entire thing with little to no effort whatsoever. And then broke it all the way down into pieces. Like, she jumped in the air, spun around, and split it in half down the middle, and then it just falls to pieces behind her. Completely forgot until I saw them in this chapter and saw them on the same page. That's when I clicked in my head. Yeah. When she was holding up the little, when she was saying like, my brother's an idiot, he's probably out fooling around somewhere. When she was thinking back to that little note he left, I'm like, oh snap! Oh snap! She's related to him. Because it was when one of the agents was saying, I researched the Dark Corporeal Fist and learned your elder brother won in martial arts contest. And in my head, I was thinking like, wait, martial arts contest? What's your brother doing now? And that's when it clicked. Oh, snap, she's related to Suryu. So it didn't even click in my head. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how things progress with Suiko. And even though she didn't get rank S, she's class S, she's class A. And even the agents can see that she's only 18, so she'll develop with experience. Her potential will come alive in combat. And she's just pretty much chilling at this point. Mind you, we don't get a number of where she is in the class rank, but we do know she's a class A hero now. And then it just cut directly to Suryu in the next page. I'm like, yep, definitely, brother. But yeah, the fact that the Neo Heroes are trying to take in Garo, because we have her thinking that, oh, when we cut to him very briefly, I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. Exactly. So yeah, to the whole Suryu thing, this guy is my team's target, but he isn't a monster. You gotta pay for the battle suit you destroyed. So shut up and carry out the mission. It looks like he's just working a part-time job. What are the charges? And then the person who saw Suryu burst through the battle suit the first time he went to Neo Heroes, all like, as the hero hunter, he went around harming heroes, but he escaped a prison sentence because he's underage. Heroes punish evil when the courts won't. If he won't attack, then provoke him. And it's, like I said, this is not something heroes would do. Heroes would not provoke villains in order to instigate a fight and then make it seem like, oh, I'm being the hero because he wanted to fight, but you're provoking them. That is the most anti-heroic thing one could even do. And mind you, we already know that Neo Heroes is nothing more than a front to try and undermine the Heroes Association and prop themselves up as to be the big heroes, but you can clearly see that their methods are less than heroic. You can already tell. And the fact that they want to bring down Garo, who's literally just working. They truly are dumber than they look. But yeah, Dr. Kusuno's still getting data on Saitama, and Saitama is just thinking about the society of hero name victims, even though they are literally next to nothing in terms of importance for the story, and that's where we're at. And I do believe this may be the last chapter of One Punch Man in the year 2025, because next Wednesday is the last day of the year. Yeah, next Wednesday is the last day of the year, and it doesn't say that another chapter coming out, but it normally doesn't even say when the next chapter of One Punch Man is coming out until the day of, which is why I've been checking regularly. So, I want to say that this is a bit of another setup chapter, to say the least. We get Suiko finally fully joining the Heroes Association. We get Suryu, whose next task is to bring down Garo, of all people. So seeing Garo come back into the fold after the events of the Monsters Association arc, that is definitely going to be interesting. Because I didn't think we'd be seeing more of Garo this soon. Or at all. I mean, maybe see him in passing glance, maybe here and there. But seeing that Garo is going to have a session for himself where he's being targeted by the Neo Heroes, that is definitely going to be an interesting conversation between Suryu and Garo in terms of both of their proficiencies in martial arts and also their association with Saitama if such a thing gets brought up. But I don't think Suryu is going to be able to bring in Garo. Mainly because, I mean, Garo, we may not have seen Garo go out of his way to practice martial arts, but the dude is still swole. So that just tells me that he's probably just as strong as he was before he got blessed by God. So I don't see this confrontation ending in Garo being brought down. I don't see it. I don't see that happening. I forget, but they both crossed paths before, right? I think they have? Hold on, let me check. Suryu. I hate the fact that sometimes I want to spell out a word with swipe on my phone. But it doesn't even have some of these. I don't think I no. The only major battles of Suryu has been against Lightning Max, Snek, Volton, Saitama, Chose, Benpatsu, Volton, and Hamukichi, Goketsu, and then Suryu, Snek, and Lightning Max versus the Three Crows. That's it. And in Omake and in OVA 10, we had Suryu versus Garo. That was it, though. That was in OVA 10, but nothing officially. So Suryu and Garo have never confronted each other. Yeah. Yes, Suryu and Garo have never confronted each other. I'm just thinking, oh no, I'm getting things mixed up. I'm just thinking about them being in the same arc, but I don't think they've come to direct contact. No, they haven't. They haven't even been in the same arc together. That's the thing. We had the martial arts tournament before the whole big Monsters Association thing. And then after that, we had the whole Monsters Association thing. But Suryu wasn't present because he was hospitalized. It wasn't until after the Monsters Association thing that he got out of the hospital. So, everywhere that Garo has been, Suryu was not involved. And then even after that, he was in the hospital. So no, Garo and Suryu have not met each other at all. So this could potentially be the first time just meeting. Just popping by to say Merry Christmas. Obalatin! I really hope I said your name right. I still hate the fact that YouTube is literally still trying to force handles. I prefer usernames. I really do. But Merry Christmas to you as well. Feliz Navidad! And if you don't, and if anyone doesn't celebrate Christmas, then hey, I wish your day is great. But for everyone else, Merry Christmas Eve to all of you. And I hope your day has been good, Obalatin. Or Obalatin. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Please forgive me. I don't mean to butcher it. I'm getting it mixed up with him being in a tournament, but the whole Garo stuff was a completely separate subplot, which was going on while that was going on. Yeah. So yeah, with the prospects looking for Garo to Suryu to confront Garo, this will probably be the first time they meet each other. And it should be interesting to see what Garo's martial arts style versus the Dark Corporeal Fist would be like. But we'll have to see in the next chapter, which we probably won't get until next year. Now, I feel with everything that's going on with the Neo Heroes right now, we've been really focusing on the Neo Heroes lately. And we've kind of stepped away from the whole God subplot. Matter of fact, when they redid the chapters, we completely stepped away from the God subplot entirely. And now we're focusing on Neo Heroes again. Like the entire plot has been restructured. See, that's the thing. It's like two different timelines that's in your head. But unlike in the movies when you're remembering two different timelines you've been a part of, it doesn't give you an aneurysm. But there are two separate timelines. One where we go down the God subplot, and the one where we're currently going down the Neo Heroes subplot. So now everything that has to do with God that we spent 14 chapters centering on for a while, now all of that is just straight up gone. So are we going to be focusing back on God at some point in this story? Or are we just going to focus on Neo Heroes right now and then have the whole God plot be the major thing that happens after Neo Heroes? This is what I mean. This is what I be meaning when these chapters get redrawn, the entire plot gets redone. So anything that we were looking forward to, now that's just pretty much just up in the air at this point. I don't completely oppose to us taking a break from the God stuff because I think we'll get back to it eventually. I think so as well. I just feel like with this Neo Hero stuff, we're probably going to focus on that a little bit before we get back to the whole God thing. That's how I feel about it. Maybe it was redrawn because apparently it might have been too soon for us to be focusing on the entire God arc that we were at before. Maybe it's too soon. I don't know. But I just found it interesting. And I feel like these stories with Neo Heroes, I feel like this is a tide over arc, maybe. Mind you, I like the stuff they're doing with the Neo Heroes arc going up against the HA. But I feel like at some point, maybe sometime next year, we'll probably get back to the whole God subplot because God is coming. And because God is drawn to Saitama. Like this insurmountable amount of power. Something is drawing God there. So, pardon me. Because I feel like the God stuff is the overarching stuff for this series. Kind of like how Thanos was in the MCU or like how Absolute Joker is for Absolute Batman. Absolute Joker is a problem, but that's going to be a conversation for another time. But too long didn't read. This was a fairly enjoyable chapter, and I'm still looking forward to seeing what the rest of this arc has to offer, including the eventual return of My Mask and how things are going to progress from there, with the Neo Heroes trying to hunt not only a My Mask down, but also trying to hunt down Garo as well. So it should be interesting to see how all of this blows up in their face. Because if Saitama gets directly involved opposing the Neo Heroes will lose because no one can beat Saitama. And if they think Blue is gonna get close to beating Saitama, it doesn't even matter if he's the son of Blast. It's not even gonna work out that way. I enjoyed the crossover we got as well. We got two. Is that the Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Batman? I haven't read that one. But if you mean something else completely different, I apologize for misunderstanding. But overall, fairly enjoyable chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next one we'll get, which will probably be in the year 2026. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even check out the Patreon because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples, and Merry Christmas. I was fumbling trying to get my hands on the button here. You could see I was all like, yeah, I'm tired. I need to get some more orange juice. But later, peoples, and Merry Christmas.